I followed 3 public intellectuals in the period of the last years, and these 3 are first Jordan Peterson, second Sam Harris, and third Steven Pinker. There is also another one who is kind of a side project because he doesn't speak about all topics. He just speaks about topics he knows about, which is a very scientific way of actually addressing the public. And his name is Andrew Huberman, but he only talks about basically optimizing the body and the mind. You could summarize it like this. So the first one, Jordan Peterson. I got into Jordan Peterson through YouTube, through watching lectures on psychology. And it got me really thinking about, because he also it got me really thinking about all these different concepts and ideas and how these are connected. And he just is very appealing when speaking. There is no doubt in that. He's a very good public speaker. And after some time, what I realized is that he used a lot of religious terms all the time. And it became even more clear to me that he maybe didn't even understand that he used these religious terms synonymously with their worldly counterparts all the time. When I watched a debate, so there are 2 debates, Sam Harris versus Jordan Peterson. And this is already where I discovered Sam Harris, kind of, because he was the one who was the rational one in the room, basically, who was not the adult in the room, but who was the more controlled one, who wasn't so emotional about the use of religious terms and about everything is according to the Bible. And it became clear to me that Jordan Peterson had some, not really serious, but when it comes to the logic of his arguments, there were some, logic of arguments when in public speaking is a matter on its own, but it became more and more clear to me that Jordan Peterson just didn't really apply complete logic to it, but just was involved emotionally some kind of. And therefore, I kind of lost the track of Jordan Peterson. He still pops up in my feed on YouTube once in a while, and he still has very nice and interesting ideas, and if he still uploads, or he uploads again onto his YouTube channel, and often these things are interesting, but if you then watch a little bit more, I soon then realized that it probably would make more sense to switch to somebody else, which is then Sam Harris. And Sam Harris, actually, there is a problem with Sam Harris, and the problem of Sam Harris is that he doesn't really put out that much content. He has a podcast, but this is kind of subscription based. This means that you cannot really access a lot. There are these debates, and there are also interviews of Sam Harris with other people, but when it comes to actually watching things, there is not that much on YouTube.